Bernard Richard.
Hi, Charles.
Former ombudsman, former MLA, former everything. Okay, the city of Fredericton asked you to investigate the battle between Charles LeBlanc and the police. So then I talked to you after
The same day
the report. I saw you outside City Hall.
Yeah.
And very good acadien, j'ai dit, qu'est-ce que tu parles about emotionally disturbed? I look at you and said, what are you talking about, emotionally disturbed? The word was emotionally disturbed. They have to deal with people emotionally disturbed. Why is that now?
Oh, well, I think in the report I was referring to ADHD. ADHD, as I point out in the report and based on the manual. So I felt that part of the response of the Fredericton police force to the ongoing dispute with you was related to the fact that policemen aren't really well trained to deal with people who suffer from ADHD and other types of
bipolar, autism, headstrong people, stubborn people, Scottish, Irish,
who are oppositional,
don't like authority.
Policemen are trained to do police work, and there is now a bit more training in dealing with people who present with emotional conditions that can be a challenge for police officers, but they're not really trained to deal with that. So I felt that was a major part of the issue, and wanted to make recommendations to improve training, to recognize that that's something that they need to look at, even to hire people who are not policemen. It might be social workers or people who have training in psychology.
Yeah, that's another thing.
And to walk a police beat, to deal with individuals. Yeah. We see them in Fredericton all the time, people who are destitute. They're not criminals, but often we ask merchants or others, we ask policemen to deal with those people, and they're not trained to do it.
To me, when I said emotionally disturbed, you said that I said Constable Oiseau, kids were afraid, were in danger around him. I called him, you even told the CBC radio that I called him a sexual predator. And then you showed me the blog that you went on your finding. Do you remember that?
But I used a lot of your postings in considering the situation that I was presented with. Not just that. I mean, the time you spent on the blowhorn and
that wasn't talked about.
Well, I talked about it in my report. I wrote about that, and I talked about certainly many of your posts.
Nothing was said about why I was there. The double standard policy, orders from Dan Bussière wasn't even mentioned in that.
No, because I was asked to investigate to review the police investigation of you.
Yeah, but that started at the legislature. But they follow orders from Dan Bussière.
The police investigation was relating to the bicycle stop by Loiseau, and so that flowed all from there. And I have no authority to review your relationship with Dan Bussière.
But that's why I was there with the blowhorn.
I know about it clearly, because you blog about it.
Yeah, I mean, if they give you a ticket with no from orders of Dan Bussière to ride a bicycle on the sidewalk, and you show them video and pictures of politicians jaywalking, and they're not doing anything, isn't that a double standard?
Well, certainly there is discretion in police work, and I actually raised that in the report. And I asked the question in the report: had that the person on the other side of the street riding a bicycle without a helmet, had it been someone else, would the same thing have happened? I mean, I think it's a fair question.
Yeah,
I don't know.
You did. I remember that. I'll give you credit. Yes, you did. But the sexual predators, it said in the blog, sexual predators. You graduated from high school, right?
I did graduate from high school.
Yeah, so you know the difference between pluriel and masculin.
Now closed.
Yeah.
You have to interpret. If you're doing a review like that, you have to interpret. It was pretty clear from your blog who you were talking about. It's pretty hard to reach another conclusion.
I was talking about the data that was lost for 7 years. That the police chief apologized because they couldn't find no sexual predator for 7 years.
Yes.
And I said, if they support a sexual pervert like Oiseau, well, what do you expect? And I still say he touched my testicle.
Yeah,
but anyway, that's...
There's no, I kind of looked at that video.
You didn't hear me, but we never talked.
Yeah, but no, because you didn't meet with me.
No, but I never call him a sexual predator. I call him a sexual pervert.
Yeah, so you think that's better?
Yeah, because you went on CBC, you said, well, danger of kids and sexual predator and blah, blah, blah. And I said to myself,
it was strong language.
I could have went like this.
Yeah, any way you look at it, Charles, it was strong language. And really, there's not a lot of proof that you've made a lot of allegations that are unproved. And it was strong language. And really, I think, unacceptable. If someone were to do that to a high school student,
bullying.
It would be called bullying.
Bullying, yeah.
It would be called bullying. So to me, it amounted to, and bullying, I think, is not exclusive to teenagers or children, although it's really prevalent in high schools now. And I think the nature of the internet, I talked about that as well in the report, the nature of the internet is such that it's so easy to bully other people using the internet, much easier than it was in the past. Now,
bullying was in school with us from 9 to 3. Now it's 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Yeah. I was asked to review whether the police had reason to pursue criminal code charges against you, and what I found is that they made it very clear in the report that they chose the wrong section.
They should have told 300. That's 5 years in jail.
There was a section available to them. That was available to them.
Yeah, 5 years in jail.
The Supreme Court has said that. 5 years is a maximum, so no one gets 5 years.
Now, what did the internet provider tell you? They use a fake form that specialized
in the report. I'm not. I've moved on, Charles. You know me. I've moved on.
No, we're talking about it. I haven't talked to you in 4 months. Are you concerned to associate me with child porn, to raid my place? Isn't that bad?
I addressed in the report very clearly. Very clearly. I said that that was one of the major concerns that the Fredericton Police Force, in fact, all forces need to. They're not above the law, right? They need to follow the appropriate procedures, use the right forms. They can't change the wording in the form just because it suits their purpose, because they wanted to get access to your internet address and information, and that I think I was clear. Didn't hold any punches on that stuff. I mean, I don't think that I try, as I do on all things, to try to take a balanced approach. I don't approve of how the police, in this case, went about getting the internet provider information, and I made that clear in the report. I think you went overboard in some of the language you used against Loiseau. I made that clear in the report, and I wasn't there to choose sides. I was there to write a report and to give my judgment on it and to make recommendations. That's what I did.
It would have been an illegal search warrant to get into my. They look at everything. My emails with me and you, my emails with everybody, my contact.
I've talked to university professors. I've talked to in the course of this review, and it was raised with me at one point. I can't remember by who that was now, but that possibly, and sure, it is a possibility that they were trying to get at your internet data in order to catch you at doing something wrong.
Yeah.
And so that this was just an excuse to get some worse stuff on you.
Yeah.
Because they have a grudge, and they don't like you, I guess.
Yeah. I wonder why.
Yeah, well,
because I filmed a soldier that was beat up. That's why.
And I talked about that as well in the report.
That's where I'll start.
I really think I took a balanced approach to it. I know you weren't happy in the end, but I wasn't trying to make anyone. I wasn't trying to make the police, Fredericton Police, happy. I wasn't trying to make Charles Leblanc happy. I was trying to provide a report that was objective and that reflected what I found in my research. Yeah, what are they
Ça
talking
va?
about? They'll be on your blogs, I'm sure.
Merci beaucoup.
Toujours un plaisir, Charles.